Assalamualaikum and hi Dr. Farida. Hope you are staying positive and testing negative during these COVID times. My name is Nur Ain binti Zafruddin. I'm Madam Nazifa Raha's supervisee. So thank you so much for your time to hear me about my FYP1 explanation. My proposed project title for this project is Energy Data Visualization using IoT Sensor. A brief explanation about my project. As we are working towards smart university, we hope that this system can help user, especially Uniten staff, to monitor asset device remotely. An IoT sensor will be attached to the asset device, and then the performance data will be sent to the database. The system will fetch the data from the database and display it to the user using data visualization such as pie chart, bar chart, line graph, and others. We have identified 3 problem statements. The first one is that the asset device require physical visit. As far as I know, Uniten staff do physical visit to the asset device, the Uniten computer server, in the morning and in the evening. So they cannot do, they cannot view and monitor the asset device performance remotely. Secondly, there are no real-time data indicator, as we have stated before. They do physical visit in the morning and in the evening. Because of that, between those time, we doesn't know what the asset device performance. So there are no real-time data indicator for the asset device. Thirdly, there are no fault detection system. As the asset device performance keep on changing by every minute, we doesn't have a system where it can tell us if the asset device reach its minimum performance or reach its maximum performance. The user and the Uniten staff rely on complaint report to realize that one of the asset is having problems. For my requirement elicitation, I use requirement reusability. Supposedly, we have set an appointment with Uniten staff to do a physical visit with them to observe and interview them on how they do their physical visit, what performance data did they do, and then at what time they go and do their physical visit and such. But because of PKPB, we cannot do. And we have a workshop on IoT, but because of PKPB, it will be postponed. It will be postponed until January next year. So for my requirement elicitation, I do requirement reusability. I took 2 system that is somewhat similar to what my proposed system is. The first one is Clean My Mac. The second one is Op Manager. Clean My Mac is a system where user can view their computer system performance. Why I took this system is because if PKPB will be extended in next semester, and I cannot do my system on the Uniten server, we plan to do it on the computer. The computer will send the data, the performance data to the database, and then the system will display the data from the database to the web server. So we can see here the system display the storage of the computer, how many available storage is available, and then the RAM, the battery percentage, the CPU load, the networks. We can see here a line graph, a meter, and numbers that represent how many numbers. This one is Op Manager. Op Manager is a system to monitor asset device such as server, network, printer, and other things. We can see here, this is one of the page of Op Manager. We can see here a device summary, the status, the DNS name, IP address, type, category, and then we have here a meter that show the availability time, a gauge, and then we have CPU utilization, this utilization, how many packet loss, the availability. I took some of the information and some of the function that I want to include in my system. This system also offer a report for the user so that they can download and view and compare the asset performance data between assets. So this is my system architecture. And IoT sensor will be attached to the asset device. Raspberry Pi with a sensor will be attached to the asset device. It will then take the asset device performance data and save it to the database. And then the user can access the system through a web application, and then it will fetch the data from the database and send it to the user and display it using data visualization. So this is my context diagram. As said, first the user need to log in because we only allow authenticated user to use the system. The asset device will send performance information, and then the performance information will be displayed to the user. User can also request performance and search what performance they want to view, and then it will take and display the performance data to the user. The system can also generate a summary report for the user to be later on used in meetings and compare it between devices and for their documentation. So based on my research and data gathering, I have came up with this design. So this is one of the page. This is asset device detail page where it show which asset device currently, and then it shows a pie chart of the storage availability, the memory with line graph, and a gauge with packet loss, how many percentage that we lost. And then this is under the performance data and packet loss category. So we can see here a bar chart with different colors to represent different asset device. We can see user can easily see which asset device have the lowest performance, have the highest performance, and then if they want to see more information about the device, they can click on the view details button in the table. It will then redirect the user to the this device details page. I also include a line graph. We can see here the data from the current until the past 6.5 hours. So here I plan to do the asset device will send data to the database. The IoT sensor will send data to the database every 30 minutes. So here 5 o'clock, 4:30, 4, 330. So a line graph will connect the dots. So user can easily see which at what time is the highest memory gig used, and then at what time the have the lowest RAM use. So that's for my line graph data visualization. So thank you so much for hearing me about my explanation about my FYP1. Thank you again, and Assalamualaikum.